We are live.
Hello! Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unprepared. I am Megan, and I am unprepared, and I have a wonderful crew, pun intended, here with me to play One Particular Harbor. One Particular Harbor is one of my games. It is a hack of Firebrands by Vincent and McGay Baker, about pirates, a royal navy, and merfolk feuding over an unclaimed chain of islands in the middle of the sea. So we are here to make some entanglements. Maybe there will be smooches, maybe there will be stabs. There's only one way to find out. So we're gonna go around and introduce our amazing players. You may know and love them as the admin team of this channel, and I am happy to have them all here with me. So we will go around, introduce yourself and who you're going to be playing. So we're gonna start with, we're gonna start with Chris.
Hey, that's a great place to start. I'm Chris. I am, as Megan said, one of the admins here, as everyone's going to say. I am playing Keith. He is a cook and a Royal Navy veteran who is close to retirement, I might add. So nobody kill him. And that's my pitch.
All right, so we'll just loop around. So Alex.
Oh, shit. Hi, I'm Alex. Y'all probably already know me, so I'll spare y'all those details. Tonight I will be playing Grand Bombardier Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer, a very dignified and ranking member of the Royal Navy. The Admiral of HMS Screaming Narwhal is ready to set sail for roleplay.
Smooth.
Wonderful. Sam.
Hey everyone, I am Samwise. I'm the accessibility director here at the Chromatic Chimera, and today I will be playing Theodora Battlex Darby. I am the captain of the Silent Tide, and you probably heard of me. I'm one of the best pirates sailing these here seas. So
your boat sucks.
You know what? You freaking sail a little closer over here and say that. All right.
Let me at him.
Fisticuffs.
Okay.
And I go by the name Battlex on by our. Oh my God! Sorry, there was a bug. It was like in my face. Anyway, so yes, I go by Battlex to those who know me, or at least know of me.
Perfect.
Some people might know why more than others.
Perfection itself.
Just
Noir, what's going on?
Hey, I'm Noir Enigma. I'm everywhere as Noir Enigma. Today I'll be playing Burr Bitter Bastard Darby, the captain of the Happy Scorn. I'm sure there's a reason for that y'all find out later today. And yeah, that's what's going on with him.
Brilliant. Abby?
Hello, I'm Abby. I am also one of the admins here, and today I will be playing Echo the Mermaid from the Water Walkers clan.
Awesome. And I am Megan. I am not an admin here. I am here to facilitate all these wonderful admins through this game, and I'm going to be playing Cora, who is a merfolk that gave up her fins because she was in love with a human, and then the human pieced out, and now she's just living on this island as an ex-mer person. So that's going to be great because I can't create a PC without causing them irreparable harm right from the jump. So that's what we're here to do. So,
well, first of all, before we begin, thank you for doing this for us, Megan. We've been talking about for a
Yes.
long time how we haven't been able to just sit down as players together as admins because one of us is running a damn game that the other people are playing in.
Yep.
And also, I apologize for what we're about to do to your wonderful game.
I have also complained about that for some time.
it is quite all right. This is a game of shenanigans, and like I said, there's no So a little bit about one particular harbor. Like I said, it's a hack of firebrands. It's made up of 11 mini games. There is no right or wrong way to play it. We are just going to play these mini games and entangle these characters until our time is up, and then we'll see what happens for this chain of islands. So it should be a great time. So to kick us off, we're just going to set the scene for y'all and read the introduction blurb, so everybody can kind of get a feel for what we are about to get into. So I'll start, and then we'll just go looking at the screen clockwise, and we'll each see what's going on. So I'll kick us off, and then we'll start playing. So the islands of Karkato have no owner. In the heart of the South Delum Sea, 100 leagues from the nearest sovereign power, rests the Isles of Karkato. No kingdom has claimed Karkato since it first rose from the sea 1,200 years hence, and its treasures from time immemorial lie largely unclaimed to this day.
Then it goes to Abby.
Yeah.
One sec, I lost the page.
Page 2 of 3 in your book.
I was reading something. That's not to say that Karkatu is uninhabited. Roving clans of merfolk act as guardian and custodian, never claiming the isles for themselves. These mer can trade their fins for legs to better keep the islands at peace, but must be wary to return from shore by midnight, lest they risk losing their fins forever.
Then it goes to
Right,
Justin,
yeah.
in case
Yeah,
you don't have our thing.
Sorry, yeah. It's reverse order of introductions. Is the direction we're going.
I'm looking for the right page.
Oh my god! Page 2!
I actually, this whole time I was on the wrong game.
Oh.
I was like,
Oh.
all right, so dialect. All right, let's figure this out. You might come back to me. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I can go ahead.
Sam, go ahead.
Oh my god. We run this channel, y'all.
I'm baby.
Uh, Within the last decade, pirates found their way to the main islands, also named Karkato? Is that how you
Yes,
say it?
yes.
Karkato. A modest port, complete with tavern and bazaar, it acts as refuge for the pirates from the open water for weeks at a time. Though no pirate names Karkato home, they understand this as a place of peace, of rest. Through this, a tenuous peace was garnered between the pirates and the mer clans.
Until the Queen's Navy arrived. These sailors hail from nearby Burkhaft Keys, sailing forth at the behest of Queen Nicoletta, who proclaims these isles belong to her by right of proximity. Her navy is comprised of contracted crews filled with highly skilled and fiercely loyal sailors. I might know one like that. Promised lavish rewards on their return should their maps bear knowledge of new lands or their hull be burdened with sunken treasure. Oh no, Chris.
I'm so absolutely lost. I was doing tech stuff.
Oh my god, we're the best!
What page am
Alright.
I on?
2!
Page 2,
Oh, I was on page 5. Wow.
second to last paragraph. You got this.
Holy. All right. The Queen's Navy are honored bound by the Queen's laws, holding each other accountable while far from home. This motivates a disdain for the pirates of Karkatau, who are lawless as they are in the way of the Queen's claims to the Isles. Ridding Karkatau of piracy stirs not only the pirates to conflict, but also the merfolk who swore long ago to keep the Isles free from conflict, by force if necessary.
You want me to get the last
Show
one?
them our
Or do
peaceful
we got-
ways by
By
force.
force!
It's fine. As such, there is no conflict officially, but tensions are heating to a fever pitch, with each faction vying for position in Karkato's ancient treasures, boiling over into brief bouts of open conflict. Though at times one group may appear to hold an advantage, nothing more than a stalemate has maintained since the sailors arrived, with no one willing to compromise or give up what they consider theirs. So, There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no war on this island. Everything is fine.
All right,
It's
so
fine.
we open on the open sea, the salty air hitting the face of the rather chiseled figure of the Grand Bombardier standing at the helm of his ship. His captain's his bright blue captain's jacket and like the white shirt underneath are open, bearing a glistening chest like that of a Greek god in a Renaissance painting. And the Grand Bombardier maintains a steady course. And he turns to his cook Keith. Look over there, Keith. We've found it. The lost island of Karator. Shall we go whoop some pirate arse?
Next to the Grand Bombardier is a greasy, large man who is wearing some suspenders, and it looks like he just got out of the kitchen as he is the cook of this vessel. He kind of wipes his hands on a towel next to him, and there's just like stains and nasty stuff, and he kind of rubs his belly, and he's like, yep, first we should get some grub, though, Captain, and he kind of starts ambling down towards the kitchen again.
As you begin ambling down the kitchen, if you let it, the Grand Bombardier, Humphrey, Throckwaddle, Heffenpfeffer, is going to do one of those quick, like, cartoon scoots across the thing, put his arm around you, and be like, but, good Sailor Keith, you see, we won't be as hungry as if we had just finished slaying legions of pirates. So, if I may interject upon your request, I think we should go kick some pirate ass and then come back for food.
Well, Captain, you know I'm like a week's away from retirement, right? And you want to go risk this on some pirates?
Well, hell yes, of course, Keith. You see, don't you want one last big hurrah to round out your magnificent career so you may be written about in the stories that my father used to read about old wooden boats when I was but a mere boy?
Let me go get my cutlass.
That's the spirit, Keith. Set one course for pirate booty that shall be kicked.
I'm gonna die today. And he just kind of ambles away.
And as Heffenpfeffer shouts the order, many of the faceless crew, as we'll call them, because they're faceless crew. They're extras. They kind of begin like scattering around, getting the ship ready for landing procedures, because we're going to explore the island in search of pirates.
Brilliant. Strong start. So we have the Navy is rolling in. If anybody has a preference as to what game to play first and who you would like to play it with, you just give a shout and we'll make it happen. Otherwise, let me take a look. So I think that I'll pop off first. And I would like to have a conversation over food with let's see. I think with Echo.
Sounds good.
So I think the scene is there's this tavern on the island, and I think Cora has been just working there for she's not going to leave the island and she can't go back to like her family, so I think she's just been kind of working there and sends a letter or some kind of message like off to Cora just to kind of check in. When she sees Echo show up, we'll like motion over to like an empty seat in front of the bar where she's working.
So as a merfolk, I can go on land and have like okay.
Yep.
So
yeah, you just have to be back by midnight. Otherwise, no more mermaid. We're very Cinderella up in this piece.
Echo will come in and sit down at the bar and how are you doing today, Cora?
Oh well, another day. Each day seems louder than the last. There are more and more people coming. Another pirate ship just came to port, and I think there's some Navy vessels on the horizon. So I just wanted to check in and make sure everything was all right with the clan.
Yeah, things under the water are doing pretty okay. No one really down there except us. Well, me. Us, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know what I mean.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Is there any news? Have there been any issues with the humans at all?
I mean, besides the typical littering and getting into fights, nothing horrible. But the fact that there are more coming doesn't seem good to me.
No. I'm able to gather a little bit of information being here, which is nice. If I don't know how often everybody is patrolling, but maybe that might be worthwhile to have some more patrols as they come in, especially if it would be one thing if there was just more pirates coming. They seem to be all right, all things considered. But if the Navy is if more Navy vessels are on its way, that's just going to mean more fighting that we'll be stuck in the middle of.
Yeah, the pirates seem to be more rivals than anything, but having actual enemies here together is just a recipe for disaster.
I agree. It will be interesting to see how things progress. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's happening.
I mean, I really appreciate it, and you definitely don't have to worry about it so much. I mean, you're out here.
Well, it's the least I can do to try to get a little bit of information. But
yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, but be safe and keep an eye out. I'll send word if anything progresses further.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I think we just have our meal or our drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? What are we doing?
I would like to have a lively debate
Ooh.
with Theodora.
Oh my.
Oh, a lively debate is very
Oh
fun
my.
because how lively debate works is we all get to play, and you will decide what you are debating about, and then the non-involved parties, so the other four of us, will get to ask each of you questions, and then we get to decide who wins the debate. So what are you debating? What are you arguing about?
Yeah, what are we arguing about?
I think since you ended the relationship, since you ended the marriage, I should have got the ship. I mean, I've gone and got a ship of my own now, the Happy Scorn, and I'm quite fine with it. Thank you very much.
Well, then I don't see what you care about the Silent Tide for.
Well, you destroyed our home, and then you kicked me out of the home that you destroyed.
I did not do anything of the sort. Our home is clearly in one piece. If you look out the window, you can see her sitting prim and proper right out there in the harbor.
I want that home.
So
So do we choose from the list of challenges?
So the rest of us will. So there are going to be 3 challenges that will be chosen by the 4 of us, and each of you will have to answer the challenge, and then together the person who presented the challenge decides who wins, and whoever wins 2 out of 3 wins the debate.
All right.
So I would like you to please explain how your position is the most realistic or pragmatic.
Does it matter who starts or
Nope, it doesn't matter. You can decide between the two of you, or somebody can volunteer to go first.
well, no, go ahead.
I'll gladly let Theodore go if they like to.
Oh no, I mean, if it's so important for you to go first, go right ahead.
Oh, suddenly you learn civility. Well,
Oh.
I'll just say this. Now, I was just a simple sailing man, living my life, and then Theodore comes here. It comes out of nowhere, sweeps me off my feet, brings me into a new life that I'd never known, the life at sea, gets me accustomed to it real nice like. We have adventures, all manners of good times. And then he just forgets about me like I'm some sort of trinket that she picked up on an island and falls more madly in love with the sea. Then walks away like I was nothing, with the place that she taught me to call home.
Well, I mean, yeah, you say it yourself. I'm the one who brought you to the waves, introduced you to this life on the ship I already had. It was mine first. I took better care of it than you ever did, that's for sure. I mean, if it weren't for me, we would have steered into that reef like 3 fucking times, man. We got taken that route like every freaking season. You almost steer us right into it every time. I always say, no, you gotta go like, to 3 o'clock to the port side, but no, you're just, all right, see, this is why we can't talk like this.
Oh, you not wanting the conversation, that's new.
All right, those are both very valid points. I'm going to award my token.
Pirate divorce court.
I'm going to award my token to Theodora.
So wait, what do these tokens exactly do?
It's just a point. Like it just is.
Oh, is this like
points.
Whose line?
Yeah. Well, the points do matter because whoever has the most points wins the debate.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay,
it's just a catch-all for points.
Well, Keith is a very lawful man, and it seems like Theodora owned the boat first. So I will be giving my token to them as well.
No, you got to challenge. You got to do a challenge.
Oh, it was your challenge. I get it. Okay.
That's how. So
Gotcha.
so only I.
All right.
Understood. Well, going off of that, I guess we will do. Please explain what your position would mean in regards to law and order of the island.
I'll go first since you're used to making me do things. What it would mean for law and order of the island is that she walked away from me. She left me cold. She left me with nothing. In fact, I woke up on a lifeboat and all I saw was her ship in the distance. She didn't even have the decency to wake me up to let me know she was done for me. So I just think that this would be some recompense for being horribly dumped.
I was not aware that being horribly dumped had, any sort of say in the courts of law, these royal fancy hat types. But, I mean, I suppose there's got to be some sort of, precedence for the one who provided a home in the relationship to retain that space upon the ending of it, however that ending may have taken place.
It's called alimony, and I want it.
I left you with the laugh boat.
She could have keel-hauled you.
Yeah.
Well, Keith, if I may say, I don't know. I am a man of alimony. I believe in alimony. I believe in the laws of this kingdom.
This choice is Keith's to make.
Captain, you make all the choices. Let me make
But
this
I am
one.
your superior officer, Keith.
All right, which one would you pick then?
Uh,
Okay. I was gonna pick the other one. Well, Burr, I feel for you, so I'm gonna give you my token. I'm an old man.
yeah.
My heart's been broken multiple times. I feel for you.
All right.
All
One
right.
challenge. Who's doing the last challenge?
All right, you former lovers. I am a big fan of this drama, being a man of station myself and having been in many courts. But I am also a man of the people. So, and it's important when we talk about the people that we look at each other and see perhaps where someone else is right. So I'm going to ask you to please explain one positive about the position your opponent holds.
Ah, hell.
Fuck.
Theodora like sits down and thinks.
Once
They
again.
just both drink.
Once again,
The SpongeBob splash screen is like 4 hours.
later.
once again, I, Grand Bombardier Humphrey Throckwell, Heaven Pepper, remain victorious over the bamboozled pirates.
all right. I got something here. Now I'll tell you this much. Now, Theodora and that ship are quite a pairing together. It's what drew me to them in the first place. It's just like a force of nature behind the wheel, and I'd imagine that's maybe there's a little bit of bitterness and pain here, and I just want her to feel some pain, want them to feel some pain too, by taking something from them that they are. Look, they broke my heart, and it's just like I want to take a master painter's brush just to make them feel a little bit of the pain I feel. Is all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, and I too have exacted petty revenge upon my exes.
Exactly. I want to be petty and take it. I want them to hurt.
All right, Mr. Darby, is it? You make a very strong case, but
Darby.
wait a minute. I have entered a kerfuffle here.
That's right. I've got your name, and I'm not giving it back.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, Theodora, your ex-husband has made a very, very good point here. I await your sensuous answer.
I just give you a look. Well, I guess maybe it might have possibly been a little bit of an overreaction to just leave you in the lifeboat like that. Maybe. A little bit.
Maybe.
I mean, you were fine. You look great.
Now look, Burr, is it? Look, you did make an excellent point about the wanting petty revenge. As a fellow man and owner of a very broken heart, many times over, I too am a big fan of petty revenge. But Theodora does bring up a good point. Regretting that action, I too have been once or twice left in the middle of the ocean due to a lover's quarrel. So I'm
It's
going to
not
have
great. It's not.
But the fact that Theodora has admitted to the fault of leaving you keel-hauled in the middle of the ocean with nothing but the hair on your back and a couple of sea turtles, I'm gonna have to give this one to Theodora.
I win again, just like always.
One day, Theodora, I'm gonna make you suffer.
I mean, I already went through about 6 years of that, I'd say.
You know what, Theodora?
Yo, this is ridiculous. And Alex, I cannot fucking take that voice.
my quarter turnstile machine Zap Brannigan.
It's so good.
Oh my lord.
Look, so okay, I'm not actually a creepy person. Let it be known, I am playing a caricature.
I'm playing a caricature of a caricature.
Yes, I'm just basically being Zap Brannigan, but piratey. It's like if Zap Brannigan and the Commodore Perry, whatever his name was, I think Commodore Perry's a history nerd, and I think, the rolling of the, anyway.
Commodore Perry didn't give up the ship.
They like swap places, and like Brannigan's in Pirates of the Caribbean right now. That's what I'm going for.
Ah, all right. Zap Sparrow.
Oh, God.
Yes. A most alluring name for an alluring man.
Well, that was a very lively debate. Very polite.
What ho, I must say, that was a wonderful debate. I do love a debate between former lovers. Especially when I'm not involved. It makes me feel really good about my past choices and all the bad decisions I've ever made, because I feel like less of a dumpster fire now.
Captain, is this what you meant by hunting pirates? We're just gonna solve marital disputes all week?
What do you mean, Keith? You're not having a good time? And I think this is a good time to segue into a game between Keith and the Grand Bombardier.
Which game would you like to play?
I'll let Chris pick.
All right.
I want to play a game, but I won't pick.
You're damn right.
Pick my
What
game.
is that move?
You just gotta dump people into games like I did.
Yep. That's the nature of the game.
Damn it, Burr.
An expedition, perhaps?
Yeah, let's do an expedition. I was looking at that too.
All right. Come, pirates. Perhaps you can tell us where the booty is. And he kind of leans back as the pirates are walking away. I have found it.
So what you will do for your expedition is there are 6 total challenges.
Oh, God.
You will go back and forth choosing them from the list.
Yes.
And you will be tossing a coin to determine if you were successful or not. And the amount of tokens that you get at the end of the expedition will determine how successful your expedition was. So
I'll kind of frame it a little bit. All right,
Yep,
Keith.
yes,
You make an excellent point. This former lover's quarrel seems to have been solved, and I am the one who has solved it as a court martial figure. So let us go exploring for booty.
Yep, you always solve problems, Captain.
You're goddamn right I do. All right, Chris, I'll pick our first challenge.
Go for it.
Let's see. So we're looking for treasure. All right. So what exactly? Where are the challenges here? Are these like the bullet points in the book under the challenges?
Yep, under challenges. So each bullet point is a separate challenge. So you just read the one that you want, and then throw. So toss your coin, and then.
All right.
Then heads or tails determines your outcome.
So the Grand Bombardier and Keith and probably some nondescript crew members begin kind of leave the pirates behind. They're still spattering about like who actually won the debate.
Wait, Captain. While they're spattering, let's go steal their treasure.
Keith, you bring up an excellent point. I must agree. This is a most excellent plan that I came up with myself.
Good job. Good thinking, Captain.
Turn around. All right, able-bodied sailors, we are going to steal these pirates' treasure. All right. I feel like this. Ooh. All right. Let's see.
You took their treasure map.
Yes. Good thinking, random crew member who was so deft in pickpocketing. Yes, I love press-ganging former pirates into service. It's a hobby of mine. It says right here, we must travel into the jungles deep within this island. Come, Keith, my most trusted advisor.
Yep, let me get the sword.
So, like, an hour or so goes by, and it's the classic, machete, like, sword cutting through the thick, dense jungle. Well, Keith, it appears the jungle threatens for us to lose our way. So, I got a throw on heads, we escape. The snarl with minimal detour, gaining 1 token. And on a tails, we describe the setback. So would Chris then be the one flipping because I'm the one describing what the challenge is? Or am I the one doing...
I've got a coin if you just want me to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith seems like the actual brains of this operation.
So therefore, Chris gets to toss the coin.
Oh boy. Well, we got a setback, Captain.
All right, what's the setback?
Yep, what's the setback?
Well, I think, Captain, I forgot the machete to cut through the vines. It's a bit thick through here, and they seem to be growing on their own. I don't really know what's going on.
Well, by Poseidon's great big dong, Keith, you have failed me again. This is my ceremonial sword for when I am press-ganging people into service, not my jungle-cutting sword that I had named Clayton after that very problematic character from Tarzan. Now, this is a very nasty setback. Perhaps we shall turn back and go grab the proper tools for this mission.
Yep, let's go grab it.
So we spend like another 2 hours marching back to our boat. Chris, how about you pick the next setback?
Yeah. let's do. On the way back, the wildlife on the island proves extremely dangerous. It's
Yes!
right under the jungle one.
So we're walking through the jungle or whatever. We're kind of making our way back out, and you just see in the distance here, and the Grand Bombardier's like, "Oh, by my uncle's old trousers, those are vampire monkeys. Run, fellas!"
I'm not built for speed, Captain.
And I'm gonna flip the coin on tails. Just on. Let's see, on tails, we get a head setback. On heads, we escape the danger.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, it's tails.
Oh, we're the worst.
Oh, no. Keith,
Y'all
come
are gonna
save
die
me.
in the first game.
Yep.
So, like one of the vampire monkeys latches onto the Grand Bombardier's face. Says, "Keith, get me off of me. Keith, help me out. I can't see."
I'm gonna get out my I can't think of blunderbuss and just blindly fire at the captain. And
Do I just die? Like, he's shooting the blunderbuss straight up at me.
well, I mean, I'm hitting the vampire monkey.
Yeah, no, the vampire monkey will soak up the blood.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
There's no incidental death in this game, only very intentional death.
Okay.
You might get a few pellets in the leg or something.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So the loud crack of the blunderbuss goes off, and you just see, "Oh my God, I have been maimed, maimed, I tell
And
you."
the rest of the monkeys just scatter.
They're like regular ass monkeys.
Yeah. They just wanted food.
Yup. They want the Grand Bombardier was eating a banana, and
Yeah.
like there's the banana kicked off in the dirt.
Had a pocket full of Chex Mix.
Yup. My beautiful godlike face has been ruined. Keith, how could you do this?
I pick him up off of his feet, and I'm like, Captain, we gotta go. There's more vampire monkeys.
Pull out the ceremonial sword. "I tell you, bring me a sword made of wood, and these vampire monkeys will know the wrath of Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer."
Amazing. Do we have one more challenge to fail?
Is it the
No,
two?
you have 6 challenges.
Oh, we're
fuck.
so dead.
6 challenges.
We're boned.
And you add up the number of tokens you gain from them determines.
Oh,
R.I.P.
God. We
Jesus.
suck.
All right,
I'm loving
let's
this
cruise through
encounter.
this. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I did like the wildlife one, so let's just. Oh my God! Let's just,
I feel like Alex is starting to slip into Grand Bombardier voice when he doesn't necessarily mean it already.
I do.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I started doing it. It's bad. It's
It's
a
gonna
very
be a
easy.
problem.
It's a very easy voice to fall into because all I have to do is just be more nasally than I normally am, which as a native Chicagoan is very easy.
I, for one, am excited for all the NPCs in Steam Spell tomorrow now.
And out of nowhere, the captain dramatically throws his arm out. "Stop, gentlemen! Look up ahead. There is a shrine to an ancient god, an eldritch horror." And there's like this Cthulhu-esque looking statue, and it's probably like a scarecrow type thing the mermaid set up to scare away like conquistadors and things like that. And the captain's like trembling behind Keith. "Keith, could you please take care of this heathen god?"
Yep, nothing the old blunderbuss can't fix.
Oh no.
Do you want me to roll for this?
Yup.
Oh boy.
Did you fail?
We failed.
Misfire.
Oh, we failed again.
How
Have
is
you
this even
succeeded at all?
possible?
No, we have not gotten one token.
Change your dice. It's not
Aren't
even
they
a dice
supposed to be
game.
stealing from us? Like this is
No, they took your treasure map and they're trying to find your treasure.
But we forgot the right tools. We're going back to our ship, and we haven't made it
You
back
got shot.
yet.
They
Did
grabbed like my grocery list or something, and the map is just...
I think Keith just shoots the statue. It's a misfire from the blunderbuss. And the pellets just kind of spray all over this Cthulhu statue, and then the ground starts to shake, and this it starts to swirl, and it's time to run again, Captain.
Oh, beans. Let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
There-
Just do the quicksand. You
Yep.
already know
Yep.
it.
Yeah, I think next we're just gonna do. We were underprepared because that seems accurate for the physical demands of the trek, and we are now tired and dehydrated after 2 hours. So yeah, I think we're just running back. Oh, yep, I told you I wasn't built for speed.
Tell me, Keith, do you have the jug of rejuvenation?
No, I left that on board too. It's right next to the real sword.
Keith, you incompetent sailor! How could you forget?
Look, I told you, I mailed it in. I'm checked out. This is my last week. I'm looking forward to that vacation island.
Humphrey, you are but a fool to trust the man 1 week out from retirement. He would not give it us all, unlike myself, of course. But not everyone is as loyal and daring as I am, of course. Keith, I shall scrounge up and I reach into my pocket, and this is what I roll.
We
Pull out
did
the
it!
Chex Mix.
Oh no!
I made sure
pocket.
to pack some of my mother's special trail mix for us in case we did become hungry on our journey.
Well, Captain, you always think of everything.
I am but a naval genius.
Okay, we did it. We got one. What's next?
We got one!
All right, 2 more.
Hold on, let me just mark this down because it's probably the only one we're gonna get.
There's literally no way that this will go well.
Yeah, it's.
'Cause-
No.
I'm
but it's
reading.
fine. Keep going.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
great.
reading
You're doing
the
great.
success chart. It's not looking good.
Oh my god. I didn't think of it. Keith, that trail mix has left my mouth very dry, perhaps like a desert.
Oh no.
We should probably go and seek out some drinkable water to refill the jug of rejuvenation.
Well, on the way in, I saw a little pond over there.
Roll for it. Let's see if you do it.
Oh boy, that's a failure.
So we go, and it's just right into the. Is that our last challenge, or is there one more?
There's one more.
So as we go in, I'm just like, oh, finally, sweet mother of mercy, water! And I jump in, and it's actually a thing of quicksand.
Oh, no.
To make our next challenge, one of our scouts begins sinking into a patch of quicksand. Actually, the captain is sinking into a patch of quicksand. Oh boy!
I got you. Just hang on. Just hang on.
Keith, please do not be incompetent for once in your life. I swear to all that is holy, I will be filing a workers' compensation claim with the Crown when we get back.
I've already got my 401k.
Are you rolling or am I rolling this one?
You can roll, I guess.
I'm scared. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
it doesn't matter. At this point, we died.
So the captain just starts to sink really deep and he's like neck deep in quicksand, and it's like nondescript crewmate who's like this absolute giant of a woman just pulls him out with one arm, and she's just like, "You owe me, Captain," and just drops him down. She's like, "All right, Captain, you're the most incompetent person I've ever worked with. See ya." There goes one of our most talented scouts I've ever seen.
Well, Captain, it looks like we're returning empty-handed. I don't feel good, quite frankly, and I don't think I don't think we gained any time on those pirates, if I'm being honest with you. They're probably caught up by now.
Speaking of those pirates and booty, do you think Burr or Theodora are single? I am, after all, in the market.
Yes, they're both they're both very single. They just broke up.
Oh.
Did you miss that whole thing, Captain?
Look, some people get divorced on paper. You never know. You never know,
True.
Keith. And that's probably we're gonna be talking about, like, are they single or aren't they? And that's gonna be our debate for the rest of the journey back to the ship.
Yeah, get us off the terrible crew that just.
Oh my lord. Well,
That was a very special dumpster fire.
that was yep. Put that
Look,
save that for
when
the
you-
highlight reel.
When you put Chris and I into
Oh,
a
no.
game together, it's just dumpster fire.
That
This
was
is
a
it's cue
magnificent clusterfuck.
I'm just like the Arrested Development game. It's like, I've made a terrible mistake. All right, who's got a game next? Who's got a game idea next? What are we doing?
Oh my goodness.
I think that the dance would be fun.
Who do you want to dance with?
So I was thinking of setting the scene as like a little dance party. because the merfolk are trying to keep the peace.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna say that probably I probably sent the invitation first to Burr, so Burr will be my dance partner.
Okay. Awesome.
There's no way like it could be a clusterfuck like the last thing.
Oh
No,
my
there is no
God.
winning or losing in this.
I don't know. I've had some
It was
bad
such
dances.
a dumpster fire.
You just DDR on her feet.
So with a dance, it's very, very straightforward.
Mhm.
You take turns asking each other questions. Each person gets 2 questions, and then the dance is over. So,
And then other players can join freely if it
Yes.
makes sense for their characters to also be present at the dance.
yes.
I feel like that's like when we're walking back, it's gonna be like because we've had such an arduous journey in the jungle that we'll like enter in the middle of the dance.
Oh my God.
Showing up late and like sweaty with leaves and stuff in your hair. Like, shot.
I say Cora's almost definitely there, probably like tending bar or some extent of that, just like facilitating party stuff. But
Okay.
the focus is on the dancers.
All right, so who asks questions first? This is a question.
It's whoever is the worst dancer goes first. And that could be your
I won't
character
say
or
anything.
the player.
Oh, if it's the player, then. Oh, but you
Noir,
raised your
I
hand,
have-
so.
I have danced with before. There's no way in hell.
You would be surprised. All right, so let's do it. What's your question?
Okay. So as the dance begins, it calls for you to place your hand upon my hip, waist, shoulder, or elbow. Which do you choose?
So he's going to like take the one hand, and then with the other one, he's gonna go. And he's very. You can tell he is not smooth, so he's just gonna go. So where you want this dang thing?
Whatever you're most comfortable with, I suppose.
Ooh, that is a loaded. Okay, so this is happening, and he just like hip, but he's like he looks away while he does like. Shh. All right, no problems.
During this, I'm like, I feel like this will be one of those like kind of dances where you can have like a conversation during it.
Mhm.
So Echo will start making small talk, like, oh, so I saw your little spat earlier.
Mhm.
So you're not planning to like, I don't know, start anything violent, getting the ship back, are you?
Well, I don't want to lie to you, so one way or another, I'm gonna take Theodora's ship. I would hope it not to do it with spilling any blood. They're good crew on her ship, and I hate her as long as the day as bright as the sun is bright. But I don't want to like kill her or nothing like that. Nothing so permanent. I mean, leaving them out to sea, maybe ruining their reputation. Definitely, making sure that they're poor and have nothing forever and always. Absolutely, but I don't want to kill them.
Is it rude? I'm not terribly, totally up to human customs, but is it terribly rude to ask what exactly happened?
Okay. No, that's not rude. It's not rude. A little weird that you said human customs, but it's not rude.
Do they not know?
Do we know? I was just playing it like
it's common knowledge that they're
okay.
that they're merfolk.
Okay, then I take that last comment back. I'm drunk and I'm very sad. Don't let the gruff exterior fool you. what happened was, it was it was death by 1,000 cuts. I think, there's things I could have done better. Theodora would tell me, to turn the ship towards 3 o'clock on the port side. I'd always say I'll get to it, and then I didn't, and then we might have hit a reef a time or two. And I'd imagine that gets a little annoying. It's not that I wasn't listening. I was trying to do things on my own, and it just built up, and then she just dumped me out into the sea like garbage.
Oh, well, that's fairly awkward that you both ended up here.
It's awkward. It is. What are you doing here, if you don't mind? Don't you folk fare better in the water? Isn't that your thing? Why are you on land?
Oh, well, we are the Water Walker clan, so we will obviously go in the water, and then sometimes we come out and walk. We're not very good at naming ourselves, but we come out. Look, if I tried to tell you what our name is in like merfolk language, we'd be here all day. It'd be blah 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 blah, like for 10 hours. But no, I live here, and this is our island, so we want to take care of it, and we just, humans have a tendency to make a mess of things.
You're not wrong. We make a fine right mess of things. You're right. I barely understand the language that I speak, so I probably do all sorts of massacre into your lovely name, the same way that I intend to fully massacre Theodora's reputation. So don't you folk got to get back to water at some point? That the whole thing with y'all?
Oh yeah, we're kind of like gremlins. You got to be in the water before midnight.
All right. Well, I guess that does bode well for you and suitors then. That was inappropriate, but not that I'm trying, but you understand.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Oh, yep.
Did you ask a first question, or did I just have my first question?
Yeah, you just said your question.
Okay.
Yep.
It's it's page 12.
Yeah,
the questions?
So then you alternate.
Okay.
Oh, so it's my question now, I think?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the questions that you have here and use one of them. Maybe. Well, you know what? I'm just all right, so we're just gonna do this and pick that one. Okay. I opened myself for you to wrap your hand around my waist. Do you take the opportunity, or instead elect for my elbow?
Echo will see we'll see the move where you're allowing her to come closer and wrap her arm around you, and she hesitates for a second and looks at Theodora in the background, and then looks back at Burr and kind of gives him a wink and pulls in closer.
I'm totally in a corner just drinking and watching.
Like he's full on playing it up
So yeah, the dance will continue, and as the dance progresses, you find yourself smiling. Why?
Okay, so the smile starts because he kind of catches the ploy of trying to make Theodora jealous, and he's fully playing it up, but at the end of it, he's having a genuinely good time. I want to thank you for this. This is nice. They got a shitty grin on their face over there, so I'm certain that they feel a type of way about this. If there's anything that I can do for you to help you out, you let me know. I've got a ship full of trained killers and all sorts of ammunition to just end the life of anything that you want destroyed.
Black smudge.
We appreciate the offer, but I'll keep it in mind.
Absolutely, Cara. It is. This is great. I'd love to do this again sometime. You know, after you get back into your water, I don't know what happens to you if you stay out too long. You get dried up like a starfish or something. But just whatever happens to you, I don't want that to happen because I'd imagine that'd be bad for you. So whenever you get back, just let me know.
Yeah, actually, if we stay out for too long, we turn into sea bass and dry up and die.
Oh my God, I will
I'm
never
kidding,
eat
I'm
another
kidding,
sea
I'm
bass
kidding,
again.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God, I was worried because sea bass between you and me is my favorite, and I just thought myself a horrendous monster.
No, I was joking. No, if we just stay out too long, we can't go back. Is all.
Oh, that's no good. I don't imagine anybody want to keep you out. He does that playful knock up a chin thing.
All right, I think it's your question, and that's the last one.
All right. Shoot. Let's do one of these guys here. Nope, that's the one you asked. So we're gonna do that. Nope. Okay. A piece of hair has fallen into my face. Do you reach for it and brush it back?
I think Echo would be bold and push it back. Like she's one of those people that just is super friendly, and I don't think she would really think too much of it. She wouldn't put a lot of thought into it. So she'd be like, "Oh, let me get that for you."
No, thanks.
I got it. Just tuck it back in. Just
yep.
it's with all the ponytail. Just tuck it in.
It's stupid hair. I don't. If I had a captain's hat, and that wouldn't be a problem if Theodora took it.
Oh, is that your hat?
I mean, I got Theodora the hat, and I figured I want it back. I want the ship and the hat back as alimony, but I didn't have it. There was no negotiations on what I get to keep. She left me naked with a burlap sack on a lifeboat when she dumped me, so that's really all I had to my name. So that's really all I got.
Oh, are you still legally married then?
I mean, I think that we are. But I'm not attached. Is what I'm open. It's just we ate the dinner. It's just paying for the bill at this point. Oh. Is what that is. So but yeah.
She's just kind of standing there
Yep. It's just paperwork at this point. Is all I'm saying. Whew. Good dance. Good dance.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure as well. Yeah. And he's just awkwardly standing there.
I love to think that in the middle of your dance is when Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer and Keith are emerging from the jungle on the beach, and they I need to know, what is Theodora's expression and feelings towards this little dance number going on right now?
Oh, they're definitely trying to play it cool, but I'm staring daggers, just watching off at the bar, probably.
I'm gonna so there's somehow a beach bar here. Heffenpfeffer doesn't question it. This is like a magic island.
No, there's definitely a beach bar because Cora's working.
Yeah.
Look, Keith, over there across the starboard bow, I see a fumingly jealous, desperate pirate waiting to be wooed by none other than Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer. Another heart, an easy kill to make.
I'll load up the blunderbuss. And he just walks off.
All right, so you remember the protocol if things go south, right, Keith?
How could I forget? It happens every weekend.
Also, could you please go to the bar and acquiesce me a drink? I am requisitioning a drink from that fine-looking mermaid over there, and I'm going to do, as I look at Cora, is going to be the eyebrow wiggle.
What, Captain, why does everything have to... Never mind.
All right, well, what? Tell you what. You go chat up that wonderful looking. Is that a mermaid? I've never seen a mermaid, but I am too enamored by the prospects of pirate booty to even question the existence of mermaids at this very moment.
Oh, that was a Chris sigh, not a Keith sigh. All right, Keith is gonna walk the fuck away.
And that is when Humphrey Heffenpfeffer makes his move. I'm gonna sidle up to Theodora Battle. So, Battlex, that is quite an intimidating pirate name. I am also intimidating myself.
You don't say.
I am a Grand Bombardier in Her Majesty's Royal Navy. And as far as I'm aware, you have quite an impressive ship.
I'm just sort of like, my eyes are like scanning from him to the dance in the background, and I'm just like, yeah, she's lovely. You should, see how quick she can make it with, a good headwind.
All right, Theodora, I am going to be perfectly candid with you. Something that Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer is very much so all the time. Look, I see you staring daggers at that bitter bastard Darby. Quite frankly, he is a grade A, 100% completely blunderbuss bona fide loser. And my associate over there at the bar chatting with the lovely mermaid. And I'm going to look at the mermaid and go, hello. Could easily blast a hole in him 3 cannonballs worth wide, and you would never have to worry about him or his stinky face ever again. And you could spend more of your time looking towards me.
Does the blunderbuss fire cannonballs? That doesn't seem right.
Well, you see, it's a simple question of doing some mathematics and some range, and he starts like drawing like mathematic equations of blunderbuss spreads in the sand. You know what? I've been told it's a bunch of hogwash when in the Royal Academy, anyway. So, tell me about yourself, Battleaxe.
Should we be like doing questions or?
I don't even know if we're playing a game right now.
Right?
So you can
It's
easily
just
like transition to
playing.
them. So if you want to do, like, if you want to like loop around and go into like another dance, you could, or you could count this as a conversation over food because you're drinking. Like they can.
I thought everybody was at the dance, so that was my
Yeah,
assumption.
everybody's at the dance. So
Yeah.
yeah, if
We're
you
all at
want
the
to like
dance.
It's a
if you want
party.
to
Yeah.
say yeah, so if you want to like start dancing.
Then you know what? Yeah, Theodora's just gonna be like not really listening, but still watching, and I'll just be like, let's go dance, Grand Bombardier, and I'll like grab his hand and drag him to the dance floor.
All right. And I'm going to look over towards Keith. Keith, we are in. Time to begin Operation Booty Plunder 3.
Oh my God.
He just skipped 1 through 2.
No, we've had those already.
1 and 2 were drastic, catastrophic failures that shall never be repeated ever again.
You know what they say? Third time's a charm.
While this is going on, I'm just gonna look at Cora and be like, "You want to just have a beer or something over here because I don't want to get involved in this whatever's happening."
Yeah. Is he all right? She might kill him.
Yeah, that's
Or
always
we
a
might
risk
kill
we
him.
run every week.
He shot me in the face earlier and I survived. I will be quite all right.
Well, all right. Well.
All right, let's go
Yes,
talk
here,
about
I'll-
swords.
All right,
Okay.
Sam, shall we
We'll
begin?
proceed off screen to
Shall
talk
we?
about swords.
Yes.
Shall we proceed with probably... I'm so sorry for the Grand Bombardier.
No,
shall we
this is
be-
everything I've dreamed.
Shall we begin a dance that's probably going to end with you basically punching Zap Brannigan in the face?
Yeah, the moment you came over, I've been thinking, well, Megan did warn us character death was likely.
I'm over here, like, I'm walking up to Theodora, and I'm like,
I didn't
This is
imagine
me
it
start-
happening in this particular
The
game, but,
dance.
you know.
me walking over to Theodora. Well, you know what? It's just, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You are close enough to whisper into my ear. What do you say?
Well, hello, Theodora. Have you ever been defeated by a captain of the Royal Majesty's Navy? because we can change that.
I've never been defeated by anybody, but I've knocked a couple of men down a peg or two if you want to see how that goes.
I do enjoy being knocked down quite a few pegs, so please proceed.
You can hear my eyes roll. All right, your question.
All right, let's see. As the dance progresses, you find yourself smiling. Why? I'm really looking forward to this answer.
While we're dancing, I get like a whiff of like a bit of remnants of some overpowered cologne that I'm sure Grand Bombardier uses.
It's the body oil.
And it totally reminds me for a moment of Burr, like just the smell. So I smile and sort of like look over and see him dancing, and then I scowl again like right away.
Why do you look towards that loser who has obviously caused you much distress?
Well, I mean, it's just hard to miss those two taking up the dance floor so eloquently, wouldn't you say?
I'm gonna look over towards them. Oh, the only thing eloquent about that couple is the mermaid that is dancing with Burr.
Yes, she is very eloquent, isn't she?
Well, aren't all mermaids? At least that's what the legends told me.
Most of the ones I've met, at least.
All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna just start. I'm unfamiliar with this dance, and I'm stumbling over some steps. And I think that was our unexpected John Mulaney as I tried to like do that talk through a burp thing that he talks about.
Nice. We had to get it in somehow.
Just take a pause, Alex. It's okay.
Okay, so do I let you falter or pull you close and take the lead? I mean, Theodora is a very commanding person, so I think I sort of like wait a moment to see if you'll get your shit together, and then you don't, you just hear like a here, and like I'll switch to leading and like pull you in.
Well, Theodora, I must admit, for a pirate captain, you are quite capable as an individual. It's a shame that you are not a more legitimate sailor, for you would be an indispensable member to my crew. Possibly could replace that incompetent Keith.
Well, no offense intended, Grand Bombardier, but I much prefer being the head of my own crew. Thank you, though.
I do understand that feeling. There is a good feeling of power that comes with being in charge of a ship, and a lack of responsibility and accountability, something I really have enjoyed most of my life.
You know, I could tell.
Yes, being a white man, I really do enjoy having no accountability. It just comes with the territory, you know what I'm saying?
Theodore is just like purse lips, like, yes, it must be very difficult for you. That sounds trying.
The life of being a captain aboard a ship is very trying indeed. Sailors never want to follow your orders, even though what you tell them could save their very miserable and very bootyless lives.
So when the dance ends, do you linger and talk with me, or
of
ask me to dance again, or take leave?
Shall we go to the bar and plunder us some drinks?
I just give another look to Echo and Bird. I'm like, yeah, let's go get some more drinks.
Put it on Keith's tab.
Yes, we as we're walking up to the bar, just put it on Keith's tab. Now, would it be insensitive of me to ask if you would like a rum to drink?
I mean, not insensitive, but maybe a little cliche. I do like rum, though.
All right, 1 rum for Theodora, and I'll have sex on the beach. Something I enjoy very much.
I can't drink while you're talking.
I'm sorry, it's so accurate to Zap's character. I hate the Grand Bombardier myself with my fiber of my being. It's hard.
I'm just so glad I'm muted because I'm just like the sounds that are escaping me when I'm trying to stifle the laughter are not human sounds.
You're about to get an unexpected lady with, that's my wife!
That's my wife! Don't talk to my wife.
What?
I didn't kill my wife.
I just watched that like 3 days ago.
You know, he probably did kill his wife.
I do just want to say, shout out, who was it in chat? Is username Jay something. They're the one who inspired me to do my worst. So Megan, when you're rolling your eyes later, just think of them.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Jason's had it out for me. I don't know. As long as we've been friends. Love you, Jason.
Once I saw do your worst, I'm like, oh, it's on.
No, it's
So-
like when you have those friends that just like want to troll you all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we were talking about before we streamed.
Yeah, it's
about
great.
the-
It's the best. It's the worst, but it's the best.
So how is Cora at making drinks? That's a real question.
Cora is the best and only bartender this damn island has.
By the gods, this sex on the beach is incredible. Something kind of like if it were to occur with me, but it doesn't still reach quite that level yet.
Cora's like she's like dressed very piratey because she just like lives on this island with pirates and just like has a sword on her belt, just like reaches for the sword. Is like, no, all right, self-control. Just like the hand just shifts down.
Keith kind of sees that. He's like, "Yep, that happens to me about once a day."
And she just like forces a smile. It's like, I'm glad you think it's good.
I'll be sure to give Her Majesty top marks on the liquor front.
Oh, that's certainly what we want to be known for here.
I mean, it's the only thing that really drives business and tourism. Booze and casinos, really.
Well, right, yes, of course. We do have there's some gambling, usually in the tavern. If that's what you're looking for?
I am much rather enjoying the company of the lovely Theodora Battle-Axe Darby than gambling and pissing my money away. So I think I'll take a rain check on the casino bit, but thank you.
Yes, have a good night. And she'll like look at Theodora with like the you good eyes, you know, like the international, just like
Ah, yes, every femme knows.
yes,
Right.
Do you need help?
Yeah, the you good eyes.
I am familiar with that stare
Mhm.
myself.
You see just sort of the like, like, yeah, I'll deal with it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll gut him if he's a
Haven't
problem.
decided yet.
I'm sure they have multiple weapons on them.
They do have like a small like hand axe kind of on like each hip.
Perfect.
It's also worth noting that the captain is still only armed with his ceremonial saber, not his true sword.
Not Clayton. Oh.
You're
God.
welcome, anyone who needs to duel Captain later.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's
I
a matter
thought
of time.
We're all just gonna
I was
line
waiting
up.
for Keith to take over, honestly.
Hey,
Keith
there's
to just be like, fuck you, dude.
could still happen.
Don't worry, it's gonna be Keith's last day before retirement.
Gonna murder his captain.
Attempt to, because shit could break bad.
Oh no, it turns out my ceremonial sword is actually sharp. Whoa, doggy, I'd never thought. A sword could be sharp? No way in hell.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Real talk, it's actually the problem is it's a really fun voice to do. That's the
No.
real problem.
I'd like to formally apologize in advance to Abby.
This
All
is
right.
the rest of your day now.
Yeah. So I think that I would like to, and this doesn't necessarily happen the same time as like this party. It could be days or whatever. I want to have a nighttime swim with Theodora.
Ooh.
Mm.
Scrolling.
It's 17.
Ooh.
So I think it's I don't know, I just think of it as like Cora like is a mermaid sans fins, But I think like she still likes being in the water and swimming and whatnot, and I think that she like went down to the beach and maybe like Theodora was just like there, and Cora was like gonna go for a swim. It's just kind of like, oh, I was gonna go for a swim if you want to join me, or you can just stay there. I'm just letting you know that I'm going swimming.
I mean, that actually sounds pretty nice. Been a while since I just like was in the water for fun, you know?
Yeah, I certainly understand that feeling. So I think
Is it the same kind of deal we ask?
Yep. Yeah, so it's it's 3 turns. I go first. So I think I'm just gonna start. I challenge you to a race to the nearest outcropping of rocks. Do you give it your all, or do you let me win?
Ooh, I'm a competitive person, so I would definitely give it my all.
These stupid human legs don't go fast.
Yeah, they're probably not as good at swimming as you're used to.
No, absolutely not.
I'll just be like, oh well, I mean, you did real well.
Oh, you'd think it's been a few years. You'd think I'd be a little better with these things, but you're a very strong swimmer.
Oh, well, thanks. You know, kind of gotta be, at least for safety. Do I like know you're a mermaid? Because I know we know that they can be human, so I don't know if there's like some definitive marker.
Because the trauma. You've like heard rumors that like you don't know like what the deal was, but like you know that she at one point had fins, because like that's people just like whisper about it, because like I live on the island, and if you're on the island, then
yeah,
no.
Small town.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, like this. I mean, you don't feel like you have to answer, but you said it was a few years. How long has it been since you've, I guess, been swimming?
Oh goodness. I think it'll be 3 soon. 3 years since the legs became a permanent thing.
I mean, you don't have to say any more about it, but I don't know. I'm sorry, that must be hard.
It was at first. Well, actually, it wasn't at first. At first, it was very easy, and then it was much harder. But it's all right. I get to meet a lot more people. Now that I'm on land and in the tavern, and I get to see a lot more. I worry about my clan, but we talk. Just it's a small island, so.
Right. Let's say which question? I keep like seeing something like, ooh, that one. No, this one. No, that one. Let's say you shit, I lost it. You are more familiar with these waters than I am, so I'll ask you where we should go. Do you lead me someplace secluded or somewhere more open?
Ooh. I think just like for a second, like I like pulled myself up onto the rocks. It was like, oh, I know a really cool place if you want to see.
Yeah, always.
Because that's gonna go right into what I was gonna pick. So I'm gonna lead you into like kind of like along the shore, but like there's like a little outcropping area, and there's a bunch of like sea caves. And I'm gonna be like, all right, so you need so you're going to need to hold your breath for a little bit, but follow me, and it's really cool. And just gonna like take a big breath and just like dive under and lead you like through this like little channel and then up
Atlantis
into-
style.
Yes, exactly.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
So then I'm going to a cave we are exploring is filled with bioluminescent plants and creatures, illuminating something about you I hadn't noticed before. What is it?
Ooh. So Theodora's hair is like long and straight and just sort of like a simple brown looking, but in the luminescent light you see that they actually have some like natural, like really bright sort of like red highlights that run through it that only show up like sometimes. So you kind of see it just like this cool, totally new look, like sort of radiating in the luminescent light in the water.
Also very Atlantis.
Yeah. Atlantis, underrated movie. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yes.
I recognize, like as we're going back, maybe a different route,
Mhm.
I'll say I recognize the area that we're in now, and
Mhm.
I know that there is a spot up ahead I want you to see. Do you follow me reluctantly or excitedly?
Excitedly.
Ooh, okay. So I think as we're sort of leaving these cliffs, I'm like looking around, I'm like, oh, actually, I know a pretty cool spot, and I'll take you sort of like up this cliffside, like a sort of like winding like path, into an area of the water with like a lot of like large sort of rock shapes, like almost making a hall out of it.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, check this out. The pirates rule, and it like echoes in like this cool kind of like way off of the stones. And I'm like, yeah. They can't hear it back at the town, so you can like literally say whatever the hells you want and no one will know.
I think, and Cora just like looks at it. I've lived here my whole life and I've never seen this before. And we'll just like lean forward and just be like, hello.
Hello.
All right, so this is my last one. Oh, here. I just had
You can do
a large predatory creature swims past us looking aggressive. Do you put yourself between me and it or allow me to fend for myself?
Ooh.
Dun
Dun.
dun dun.
Theodora, yeah, they like to get in a scrap, honestly. So especially if Cora seems a little bit more reserved about her swimming skills with her legs. Yeah, I'd move between and be like, I don't know how useful an axe would be against a shark or something, but I'll find out.
I think it like just like the aggressive stance, it kind of just like comes close and then just like moves away. It's like, yeah, usually they don't really want too much to do with us, but thank you.
I'm just like, yeah, you better run.
Or swim.
As we attempt to swim through a narrow pass on the way back, we can proceed closely, side by side, or one at a time. Do you stay close, or do you let me, or wait for me to move ahead?
There's so many ships. I think I stay close.
Nice.
And I think it'd like try to like play it off as like an accident, be like, oh, sorry, I thought there was a little more room.
Oh, not at all. It's you know, it's good not to get lost or anything out here.
Yes, it's very important. So we make our way back to shore, and then as ending the swim, the player who goes second shares how their character feels as they part ways. So you can pick something from that list or something that
Ooh.
as I like just like get out of the water and just like kind of wave goodbye and like walk back towards the tavern.
I'm like picking my hat up out of the sand because don't want to get that ruined.
Yep.
I'd say I'm just Theodore sort of grinning to themselves and like brushing the sand off. And they're feeling satisfied right now. That was like a connection that they haven't really had with somebody for a while. Just a nice little quiet evening.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. Could be a sailing ship, or could be a nursery.
Could be a nursery.
Yeah.
Ding ding. I am a captain, and I can make sure that you
God
two
damn
are wed by the end of the evening.
Get out! We're having a stabbing or a wedding, maybe both.
Yeah.
I am personally a fan of mermaid on pirate action, or the other way around.
Oh, jeez.
God.
I'm so sorry.
We should mark this stream mature.
Yeah, we really should. The next day, if we're able, I would like to initiate a salvage mission for the whole crew.
Ooh.
Nice. I was looking at that one.
Yeah. So what do we need to do for that?
Let's see.
So who's gonna be with you on that? Who's doing that scene?
Everyone.
Everybody.
plays
Oh,
themselves.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we get so trashed off of mermaid sex on the beaches, like we can't find our wallets and keys the next morning.
Amazing. So we have to go salvage our wallets and keys from the pirate island?
I don't know.
We tossed. They're all on a ship. We tossed them all on a shipwreck.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, I'm
they did.
just- yes,
they did
Andy.
take our maps, so we
That's
have to get our
true.
maps back.
Ooh, wait, maybe the salvage mission is the pirates trying to find their map, and the whole time, Keith and the Heffenpfeffer are playing interference.
Yeah, so everybody plays, and everybody has 2 turns to make challenges, and then we determine what the outcome is. So all of us are taking part in this salvage mission.
I love it.
Yeah, like on the way towards the salvage mission, if Burr bumps into Echo, he'd probably be like, you know these parts pretty good, like, and I lost something, so you wanna come with me, help me find this thing, please.
By the gods, Burr, have a backbone when you're asking.
You shut the goddamn hell up! I'm so sorry.
Did
He's
the
salty.
bombardier just yell that over the bow of his ship as we're taking off?
Yup. Just by Neptune's dong, man. You have to pull yourself
By the
together.
Triton of Neptune. I think it might, because there are 6 of us, if we each just do 1 turn, that kind of, because there aren't 12 options. So we'll each do 1 thing from the list, and then we'll figure out.
That's fine. And then, like, when Keith and I are doing them, is it us, like, baking, helping?
Well, you'll get 2 between the 2. Like, everybody will get 1, but yeah, you're working, like, well,
Ooh, I like this. It's
faction-wise.
nice.
So, like, if Echo wants to be helping Burr, then that, like, it's all determines. Like, you can either be working for yourself or you can be working
Okay, yeah,
for
let's
other
go ahead.
people.
Well, I was just gonna have him say, I think it'd be helpful to have your help. Not that I'm only asking you to help because you're a bird lady, but it would be really cool to have a bird lady on the ship to help us out. You understand?
Yep. So yeah, the premise is we've discovered a shipwreck, but all of us have discovered a shipwreck simultaneously, and we're all fighting over who gets all the treasure from the shipwreck.
Come, Keith, we have much treasure together, and then perhaps we can plunder pirate booty after.
As long as I get to keep the treasure for retirement.
Of course, as long as all the pirate booty is left to me.
Yeah, you take the pirate booty, I'll take the actual
Yeah.
gold. Okay.
Your 401k.
Yeah. For 401
It shipwrecks my 401k.
I knew my big break was coming.
It's Burr's alimony and it's Keith's 401k.
I still want that ship just to piss off the entire. I can get all the money in the world and it doesn't matter.
You have
Look.
2 ships, you just tie one to the other.
Keith,
Yeah.
Keith, Echo, and Burr are gonna team up against the rest of us.
Oh my
That would
God.
actually be really funny. I'd be here for it.
That would be amazing.
Like Keith is like, I'm had it with you, Grand Bombardier. You're worthless, and like
We're
joins
done.
a Burr.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh boy.
And then
Oh, just
Echo's essentially like, I just want everyone to get along. I'm helping, I think.
Be like, yeah, I'm helping a pirate and a navy person. This is peace, right?
Oh my god.
It's like the
yes.
pigeon meme. Is this peace?
Oh my god, I need that.
So let's see who goes. Does it say who goes first? Oh, so Keith will get to go first because he's the one that determined
Sweet.
that we are doing a salvage mission. So you get the first challenge.
Awesome. So I think that we're all kind of, it's like a standoff scene, and the shipwrecks between all 3 of our ships or our swimming location. And I'm gonna say I rush at you just as you reach valuable salvage, knocking you from the course and holding you back as my crew advances. Are you able to break free of my attack, and how? And do I pick somebody for that?
Yes, I think
Okay.
you do.
Yeah, you pick like
Okay.
somebody that you are challenging.
I'm gonna challenge Theodora with this.
Ooh.
Good.
Going right for the battle X.
I do
Yeah.
enjoy this spicy sauce we've introduced to this game.
Damn. Am I able to break free of the attack, and how? Let's see. I think I'm like able to sort of break away, but not quickly enough for it to, like make a difference in my aid, I guess, like I'm not permanently stopped, but the Silent Tide, I wasn't totally lying when I said it was a fast ship. So I think I'm able to sort of like you go to kind of like block the course or something, and I'm able to like just sort of skirt around you. Maybe there's
Yeah.
like a Galaxy Quest
Yeah.
like like just as I'm like scraping the side of the ship with like your I don't know, mermaid prow or whatever.
Yeah. I just yell out, brace for impact, and then there's just a really small impact as,
Oh, that's-
as we continue around.
You just see Theodora like with my hand on like the wheel and my big hand, just like one finger.
I just
I
want to
just
retire. I don't hate pirates, and I'm just trying to just drive
I
through
just
this.
yelled for my ship. Be careful with my ship.
Sorry, Burr.
No, ruin their vessel so they cannot escape this paradise of an island.
Look, I'm getting mixed signals, Cap.
Why would you listen to a dirty heathen pirate over your own superior officer, Keith?
I like that, like, there's just cannon fire going off, and the bombardier's giving me shit while I'm trying to steer the ship through this this firing range.
Tell you what, Keith, I'll take another one of your famous omelets once we are through with this battle.
Shut up! I'm sick of you. I'm a week away from retirement.
Look, Keith, I'm the one who will be assigning your discharge papers, so I suggest you show me the proper deference that is owed someone of my station.
I get out my blunderbuss and I hold it to him. I'm like, not if I just forge him. And I'm just like, just GTA off the rails now.
Keith, I will have you know, during the night, I unequipped my ceremonial sword and have equipped my swing proper sword.
Look, if the Navy can't even keep it together, we're the most organized crew here.
By Poseidon's beard. You make a good point, Keith.
All
Let
right,
us stop fighting amongst ourselves.
we'll duel later, all right? On 3, we put the weapons down.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I sheath it and I continue driving.
I slowly sheath my sword. Keith, I am happy we have come to a gentleman's agreement.
So, okay, so who's on which ship right now?
Well, Keith and I are on the command of the Screaming Narwhal.
Okay.
I'm on the happy score, and if you will, you can be on the happy score with me because you did ask if you want to
Sure.
come. Okay.
Cora
Yeah,
is
I
certainly invited on the Silent Tide if she'd like to be.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start there, but then like once we get to like above the shipwreck, I think I'm just gonna like dive in and start.
Samesies.
And
I just like imagine Theodora and Burr are like sailing their ships almost next to each other. They're staring daggers, and Cora and
Yeah.
I are like leaning over the railings, like ah!
And that's the only reason the Screaming Narwhal hasn't been sunk yet is Theodora and Burr are
It's
too
just
busy
us.
trying to murder each other. We're like
We're
on the
just-
side.
We're the most
My mermaid's
incompetent.
prettier than yours.
Oh, I go and dance with the mermaid, and then suddenly you find a mermaid too. You can't let me have anything, woman.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
I love this shit so fucking much.
I love this shit so much.
So who's next on the challenge, Vic?
Here, I'll go. Some of my crew feign that they have seen something on the other side of the wreck, hoping to lead you away from the true salvage. Do you see through our plan, and how, Burr?
Of course, of course, of course. All right. So, so I believe that we're gonna be taken off course a little bit. The crew's gonna go.
What's
"Hey,
that like?
I'll show you, Theodora." So the crew's gonna go. Hey, we see something, and you should go this way. And he's going to start to go. He's talking to Cora like, "Hey, I think we're gonna get to the treasure first. I think. Wait a second. Where did you guys get your information from? Oh, from that ship. From that. How you? All they do is lie." He's gonna turn it around. He's just gonna stare directly at Theodora. Not this time. Fuck you. That's gonna be how we go off course a little bit, but then we get right
This
back.
whole game is off course. You're all out of order.
The only thing that is out of order here is
Oh, so I'd imagine that it might be my turn to pick
go
a
for it.
challenge.
There's no order here. There's no laws.
I rush at you just as you reach valuable salvage. No, hold on. Somebody already did that one, right? Yep. My crew gets into a formation to hold your people back as I make a solo break for the wreckage. Are you able to break through and pursue me, and how, Humphrey?
That's you, Grand Bombardier.
it appears you have the tactical mastermind over me, but we shall determine this by the original gentleman's game, a coin flip. Oh no. So we're going to try, and whatever we do to try and maneuver past your ship, it's like you're 3 steps ahead of us. Keith, go that direction. No, Keith, go that direction. Oh my Poseidon. This crew is completely incompetent. We'll never find sweet, sweet booty at this point.
We look across the dock of the Screaming Narwhal, and most of the crew has jumped overboard, abandoning Captain.
Oh, they've abandoned the Grand Bombardier. Keith, one week out from retirement's like, I'll stick it out.
I need those papers.
And that's actually that's when we're gonna. I'll move into the next game here.
So who got the booty is the question.
Yeah, we
Wait.
didn't finish this game.
Yeah,
we
we're
didn't
finishing.
finish the
Yeah, I'm like, so how many rounds of this do we do?
Oh, we're
exactly?
each doing one challenge.
Okay, so I'll go into my challenge since I'm the one being blocked off by
gotcha.
Burr's ship.
Yes, the
and we're
happy
gonna-
score.
Yes. So though we're not able to get around you, I saw it. But my crew gets into formation. Oh no, wait. Where is it? There it is. I am at your back and able to match your every move. Although you are blocking us from salvage, we're still maintaining a course that is like the Screaming Narwhal's quite a fast ship. Okay, legendary in the 7 seas, I mind you. So sure,
And even that 8th sea, we don't know yet.
Sure, you're blocking us off, but we turn around for battle formation and start shooting at you. We'll call that our I'm at your back and able to match your every move.
Okay.
All right, prepare for battle stations. So, can you shake it? If so, how?
So the Happy Scorn is a small ship. It's not equipped for any kind of naval combat. I picked it up. It's a loader until I get my real ship from Theodora. So
It's a long loan.
I tell you, those loans those used shipwrights sign are very predatory in practice.
Is it an equity loan? Like, is it a
Payday
lease to
loan?
own? Or-
it's the kind of loan where you very tired from a couple of weeks at sea on a lifeboat, eating whatever you can find, where you find another ship and you slowly, Metal Gear Solid kill everybody on board and then take it. So fueled by hate and spite. Seeing the narwhal preparing for battle, Burr's going to look at his crew and then look to Cora and just go, well, if anybody has any bright ideas, I'm all for listening. Anybody?
Keith, load up the big kerplooey ball.
All right, I can think of something clever. Fuck. What would Theodora do?
Oh.
All right, I've got an idea. And he is going to whip the ship around and just go full sail at the narwhal, threatening to ram it.
By Neptune's trident, Keith, they are at ramming speed. Do something.
We're gonna match him, Captain.
Well, and as the ships are getting closer, I'm like, wait, Captain Bird, I regret calling you ever a loser and a hopeless buffoon. But perhaps if we join forces, we could defeat the dastardly Theodora together. Burr's is turning the wheels. You see, Keith, what I've done here is called playing into their petty jealousy and their petty revenge streak.
That's brilliant. That's probably the first smart thing you've done in my 60 years with you.
As a captain, it is important to be up on espionage, and I have come across important information that Burr Darby and Theodora Darby are in fact ex-lovers.
Yeah, I don't think they try to hide that, Captain.
I came to this genius conclusion when I was helping them overcome a divorcee past that required a court of some kind. And being a captain at the sea, I am a court official. Now, Keith, if you could please fire up the dragon cannon so we can blast that terrible Theodora, who, mind you, not lets me plunder any pirate's booty out of the sea.
Wait, so who am I shooting, Captain?
Everybody, Keith, everyone!
All right, take the wheel.
With pleasure. If there's one thing I like touching more than wheels, it is definitely something that is not friendly for the children to hear. Thank you for thinking of me, Captain.
So Cora, I've agreed to join this guy, but he's probably lying. So at some point, he may turn around and destroy our ship and everything. And I was just wondering, I'd imagine that you're quite the swimmer. Would you be, if things go bad, could you swim me perhaps to safety if things go bad? We don't need to tell the crew about this, but like just in case things go belly up, are you proficient at saving a life?
Yeah, I would rather not, but
Of course. Hey, you doing anything tonight?
technically no.
And we should, if provided we survive this encounter, maybe we should get a drink or something.
That's how you're gonna ask her out? Seriously?
Burr is dumb.
I love that.
I think I have the last challenge.
I don't know. I didn't get one
Did you
yet.
do a challenge? So Echo
No,
and I both need challenged. So,
My face hurts from laughing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I think during all this, like, we both spot a chest sitting on the seafloor. No one else has noticed yet. Cora, are you able to beat me to it, and how?
Of course not. I just have these stupid flesh sticks.
Oh, the flesh sticks.
The flesh sticks. You have a strong, beautiful mermaid tail, and I'm just like. So I try real hard.
You probably, knowing that you probably wouldn't have jumped to get it unless you saw it first.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, I think
that's kind of
I,
what I'm thinking.
Spotted it and like dove in, and then maybe you dove in like right after me, but you still like can get a leg up on.
That's fair. A tail
More
up.
like a fin
tail up.
Yeah, so as that whole awkward conversation is going on, and Echo's like,
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I see something. I'm here,
Like, as soon as the legs turn into fins, he's just got to kind of look.
Did you ever
And then look
shoot your
to his-
shot so badly that you turned into a fish and swam away from you?
He's just going to look at the crew and then look at the fin and then go,
This doesn't normally happen.
is it weird that I'm kind of into it?
So, Corey, you're saying that you're not able to beat
No,
me
I don't think
my
I beat you
magnificent
to it.
tail.
Yes, I think you get there like a split second before me.
I blub out. I'm sorry.
And I just am like, humans, right? So, and I think, like, as you have that chest, I'm gonna do, my crew and I dive towards the wreckage, swimming with all we have. Let's see. Navy boys, can you keep up? And that's Navy boys with an I. Boys.
I heard it.
Thank you. I
Keith,
wanted to make sure that came
Keith,
across.
I am not much of a good swimmer, but perhaps you could propel me down?
Keith touches his rotund belly and he's like, "Yep, I think you're the one going in." And he just picks up the captain and just launches him underwater.
Wait, Keith! Ah!
No, you just gotta go torpedo.
Yeah.
Just like
arms at your
tie a
side,
bunch
Captain.
of stuff to your leg.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna tie a cannonball to the captain's leg and tip him overboard.
Keith, this is the most master plan. Yeah,
I promise it'll work out, Captain. I just gotta shove him.
I've got a feeling Keith is committing mutiny right now.
So yeah, I guess it's up to you, Grand Bombardier, if you can keep up with a cannonball attached to you.
Yes, I can. To the mermaid with a cannonball, and it's just like, I am keeping up with this mermaid.
Okay, so we'll look at the endings, the possible endings, and we'll
Oh my
see.
god, I don't even
Oh,
know
dear
what's gonna
Lord.
happen.
We didn't get the duel.
No, you can. There's.
Oh no, it's the ending for this.
the ending for this.
thing.
Like,
For the
Oh,
treasure hunt.
Okay, I'm sorry.
for
I
the
was like,
treasure hunt.
I was thinking a different kind of ending.
So we can do.
Oh, I feel like the last one would be really interesting with the Navy boys.
Navy
Ooh.
boys.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do blank. Can you answer it? How? That
no,
one?
No, at the
No,
ending.
no, the ending.
No, the
Oh.
ending.
On
so
Character
the left
and
side of the
character
page.
see salvaged together, but a timely betrayal in front of everyone leaves one of them bitter and the other one richer.
I feel like tying a cannonball to my foot was doing exactly.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah,
feeling
so like
the Grand
maybe the Grand Bombardier like comes up with all the treasure and is like, hell yeah, look at this treasure, and Keith's like, thank you.
Keep the cannonball. Just push him back.
So I'm like, haha, foolish mermaid, a cannonball sinks much faster than you can swim. And I untie it and begin swimming I swim the treasure back up. Keith, quick, hoist this treasure aboard and we shall make way back for our port. So the queen can give me many medals and I can surround myself with a booty and drink fancy champagne.
You know what,
What's in my
Captain?
medal, Kif?
Thank you for all of the treasure. I'll haul it up on board. But I think I'm going to have to take off, and the ship's already turning away from the captain.
Keith, you were my most loyal sailor. How could you do this to me?
Look, I've got an island calling my name. I've got my 401k now.
Look, I can hardly blame a man. He's set up with a 401k and an island full of sexy mermaids. Keith,
Nope,
I do not
that
blame
wasn't... Nope. Okay.
Keith, I do not blame you for this mutiny, and I respect you as a person.
Yep, enjoy the mutiny, Captain. I'll just
I
slowly
shall.
wheel the wheel around.
And I'm just like sitting there out in the open sea. Well, I feel like an ex-lover has left me to tread water once again.
There are two
Keith.
other ships that could.
I throw his ceremonial sword out the back.
After hoisting myself up into the proper ship, I'll turn to Burr and be like, I don't really especially want to, but should we help?
I thought you were answering about the drinks tonight. But yeah, no. Cool. Yeah, we can. I don't want to see anybody left to sea like that. That would. I mean, that I'm honestly living flashbacks right now, seeing him floating, looking like a pathetic log in the sea. So I'll save him because I'm a good guy underneath all this. All right, so. And he throws out a net. He goes, "You, here."
I have underestimated you, Sir Darby, and his mermaid consort. Now, I appreciate you saving me from a dastardly fate at sea. Then he's just kind of like letting you pull him into the ship.
just
not helping at all.
Now, Mr. Darby, I could kiss you.
No,
And
you.
other
That's
things.
okay. It's not you. It's me. Oh God. Theodore said that once, and I hurt myself by reciting those words. I've become what I hate the most.
Something that I've heard many a times. Now, Mr. Darby, I see you've been having trouble with your former lover, Theodora. And this is when I am going to invoke a new game here with Burr, because I can do that. And, let's see. What kind of game are we feeling, Noir? What game we feeling?
I think this might be our last one, looking at the time.
I'm going to
Before
try
the
and make
endings,
it...
right?
Yeah, or we can do, one or two, depending on how
One or
quick they
two.
go.
I'm going to try and make it quick, because I'm going to try and convince Burr to win back his ex-lover, because that's the kind of person I am.
Okay.
And, of course,
Yeah.
sweep up Echo in the process.
So what are we trying to do here?
Ooh, pursuit, maybe.
Are we doing a pursuit?
Yes. Now, Burr, if there's anything I know about wooing other sailors, it is to ram your ship directly into their own.
I'm not gonna hurt my ship. See, you understand that they're on the ship now, but it's my ship.
By Poseidon. Mermaid, tell me, is this man afflicted by what I think he is? He has fallen in love with a wooden ship?
I mean, I think he and the ship make a lovely couple.
All right, that makes me sick to my stomach.
I'm not interested in the ship if that's what you think. I mean,
Pulls
I'm
out
totally
ceremonial
over
sword.
that.
On guard, good pirate. I must turn you into the proper authorities. And as for you, mermaid, I shall get to make your acquaintance much better after this.
Wait, did I just save you for you to try and arrest me?
You're goddamn right, sailor. Now put steel on steel and win your woman's affection from me in a duel to the death.
Oh, we're fighting now.
Yeah. I've changed the game to the duel because I want this goddamn duel to happen.
Oh yeah.
All right. And
All
what
right,
are we doing for?
So the duel, it's on 15. The better sword fighter begins. If you don't know who that is, toss a coin.
It is not.
I think
me.
we all know who that is.
Yep. So the first person. So there are. So you're gonna take turns asking leading questions. After the third leading question, somebody can ask a closing question. You don't have to do it immediately after that, but you're gonna ask leading questions until somebody asks a closing question, which is how the duel will end.
Ooh. All right. Noir, as Burr, you can go first since you are obviously the better swords person.
All right. I'm just using the questions we have here. Which,
Yep.
So, my sword's point finds you, cutting you below the ribs. Do you flee or press on unyielding?
Well, I like to take the approach that Mercury took a long time ago during the Battle of Athens, which is to run the fuck away.
You wanted this! I'm so confused right now!
Just arms flailing in the air.
You're making me look back. Echo, I promise you, I'm not normal. I mean, I'm a fearsome pirate. This is an off day, really. You catching me on a bad one. I mean...
Oh. Where is he running? We're still on a boat.
Don't
Or you
know.
just be like, just backing up.
So I run up to the helm, and I'm just like, well, what the hell? For the ladies. And for anyone else who might notice my glorious pecs joining this, and I jump off the helm, like both hands on the sword, and I bring my blade across forcefully, and you barely deflect. Any falter, and you'd have been cut through. Does it exhilarate or terrify you? So like I come down, it's like you barely get your sword because you're like too busy being like this. It's like kind of like you're enamored, like your reaction right now. You're talking to Echo, you're a little distracted, and that's what allows me to almost get the strike in. So basically, does that scare you or excite you?
So, so he's talking to Echo, then this happens, and he barely gets out of the way, and like he goes into like a blood rage. Like you can tell this is how he got the ship, and he doesn't even see you anymore. You just hear him go, "Theodora!" And like, he starts to launch at you.
That's a good broken-hearted lover. I'm sure they heard you across the 7 seas. Now, finish me, good sailor.
So our blades lock at the hilts. Your mouth near my ear. What do you say?
And now seize this moment. Win the affection and your ship back.
I want my ship back, Theodora!
And I'll go into the closing question. So we're like dueling, and I'm using the ceremonial sword, which is worthless, right? And you just send it flying and into the water, and I'm like, oh no, my ceremonial sword. I will have to have another forged. And I'm like, hands up, and it's a well-timed attack knocks away my sword from my hands, clattering into the sea. In this case, are you going to allow me to pull a different weapon, or are you going to force me to surrender? I'll even like give you another option that's not in the book. You just run me through because I also hate the Grand Bombardier.
He is going to force you to surrender. You see him like coming down from the blood rage.
Oh, by the sea, please don't kill me. I have so much to live for.
You know, I think this duel taught me something. It's all pointless. Like I don't care about the ship. I didn't care about this duel. He just drops his sword.
All along you care about sweet, sweet pirate booty. A man after my own heart. What do you say we consummate this love with some smooches?
he just like he has his head down and he just goes, "Look, crew member, like, are you down?"
If I may, at this point, a shot from the blunderbuss is heard yards away, and it just impairs the Grand Bombardier.
And then before he goes down, he looks
Just
at Echo.
impales him.
It's just as he's like, before he goes down, he looks down, sees the hole in his side, and he looks at Echo. Call me sometime, will ya? And just passes out dead.
Oh my god! Even sparing him failed. Nothing I do matters.
So this has been a weird day. You know what? I think you deserve a drink.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He died like he lived. Not well.
Not well.
No.
I can hear Alex laughing through Abby's mic when he's muted.
And that was a really loud one.
So let's get some parting shots here. As
I'm
we
dead.
do an epilogue. So the Grand Bombardier is dead. We just slosh him off the deck into the sea. Keith's
Very unceremoniously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keith is
sailing away.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
what's
find
Keith
an
doing?
island, and he's just gonna get an old straw hat and sit out on the beach every day and sleep in a lawn chair.
He's on island time now.
Yep, and he's gonna look at his hoard of gold and think, was it worth it? Yeah, it was every day. That's Keith.
Amazing.
All right. Let's see. Burr,
Oh god.
Echo. Is there anything there? What are you all doing? If anything, separately or together?
I feel like Echo ultimately will be like, you're still a little hung up on your ex, seeing as you
Yeah.
scream their name every time you get angry.
Yeah, that's fair. I got a lot of growing to do. I was just gonna say we should probably keep it on a friend level. You know, learning to let things go. I almost killed a man just from the memory of that wretched woman. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. That's hate talking. From that wonderful pirate that I had a disagreement with at one point in my life.
I mean, you don't have to force yourself that much. It's okay not to like people.
I mean, it's hard. I was fueled by hate. I ate a man.
Sorry. Sorry.
On that ship, they were low on rations, and I didn't know where I was when I took it. And I just straight up ate a dude.
We do have some really excellent mer therapists
Yeah.
that I could introduce you to. Their office hours are between, not after midnight.
Yeah. I would like that. I think I've got a lot that I need to work on.
Yeah.
You're a good friend, Echo. I'm glad to have you around.
Glad to be around.
I mean, not just around. I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not right yet. I'm not. Yeah, but I'll get there. Once I recover from the heartbreak, the anger, the repressed
And the
memories.
cannibalism.
Yeah. I hate to make it tasted so good, that haunts me to this day.
Okay.
Remember you were talking about sea bass and how you told me Murph turned into sea bass. I was starving when you said that.
We don't taste like sea bass. I'm just gonna let you know right now. This is getting a little weird.
It's getting weird for me too. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They just shake hands.
Yeah. Friendly handshake. I think Sam's broken.
Meanwhile, in the depths of Davy Jones' hellish locker, standing next to a Cthulhu, is the Grand Bombardier's skeleton. He's just like, so, Cthulhu, what you doing later, sweet cheeks? And that's how I'll end. That's my character's epilogue.
My chest hurts really bad.
The guts hurt so bad.
Cora just like keeps doing her thing, and like if Theodora's up to date, she's down for that. If not, that's cool too.
I can't get through our own endings now because I just. Yeah, sure, let's date.
I though I am honestly curious.
You get to drink for free if you're dating
Sure.
the bartender.
What is this game? What have I done?
I don't think it's supposed to be like this.
But it is
But it
though,
is.
because that's what happened.
We apologized before we played, Megan.
I did warn you.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Theodora, I think, would be totally down to court the lovely Cora for a while at least, you know, see how that goes. I feel like maybe it would be something where like they told themselves at first it was just to keep making like Burr jealous, but they still totally had like caught some feelings, so it would take a while for them to like really warm up. But
and Cora's also spurned, so it was
right,
just like a
like
gradual.
I think over time, you know, maybe Theodora starts spending more and more time docked in the harbor and spending time at Cora's bar, you know.
Oh my god.
One day, a couple of months off, you know. Bird finds Theodore, like I've done some growing and I'm happy for you. I heard you got a thing going. Just, you know, just good on you.
Like, stop calling me.
And eventually
Bird
you
gets
get
in therapy.
you get the invitations for the marriage of Grand Bombardier, Humphrey Throckwaddle, Heffenpfeffer's damn soul, and Cthulhu.
Oh, which is the best any of us can hope for, truly.
Honestly, like, Cthulhu, bring it in, baby.
Yeah.
Oh
What's
my
up,
God.
babe?
I'm also doing this to try and get myself. That voice is really easy to fall into. So like I'm like on screen on main right now,
You need-
decompressing.
The character bleed needs to stop here and
Yes.
now.
It does, because I
Oh
hate
my
him.
God.
Well, that
Abby will do a murder
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
so that was certainly a thing that has happened.
That was almost one
Um,
particular harbor.
That was definitely a particular harbor.
That was one.
We got really
particular
close.
Harbor.
It's like there's one particular harbor, and then there's that harbor we
Then
don't
there's
talk
that
about.
yeah, that harbor nobody talks about. What's that dark, shadowy place? We never go there.
We don't go there.
Go there.
So thank you all in chat for hanging out with us and watching whatever it was this was. Thank
Oh my
you
God.
It was
to
great.
Let's call it what it is. It was a mess. It was a mess.
the wonderful disasters for playing this game. Let's go in reverse order. So we'll start with Abby and we'll loop back around and end with me. Who are you and where can people find you and what's going on? What was your favorite part of this just roaring dumpster fire?
Hi, I'm Abby. I am D8 Gaming on Twitter. I'm an admin here and our graphic designer. I'm also a hobbyist dice maker, so I am searching for one of my dice masters right now because my cat stole it. But once I find it, I will be making more dice. So follow me on Twitter if you want to see some dice pics.
Beautiful. Noir.
Hey, I'm Noir Enigma. Obviously, you can find me everywhere as Noir Enigma. I'm also an admin here and the director of diversity. Yeah, my favorite part. There's so much. there's so much. The grandpop's voice. It will haunt me forever. it will linger in the back of my mind. But also getting to get a lot of my hatred for my ex's IRL out in this game was very, very cathartic for me. So yeah, that was all great. No, don't. We can't make no more. I ain't Enigma a thing.
Thing now.
That's gonna haunt me forever.
You'll never escape it.
I do have a quick question. When you designed this game, did you think the scene I kind of ate a dude would ever be up?
Oh, God. I'm gonna go with like a solid 90% did not think it was that would happen. Like, piracy being what it is, of course you have like a chance for cannibalism to show up, but not like, oh, this was just so wonderful.
Then my work here is done.
Sam.
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, I am Sam. I'm the accessibility director here and one of the admins. We all are. Ha! You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I'm SamWise_GameG here on Twitch. Pretty much everywhere you can see me play games right now is right here. I'm here every Wednesday for Steam Spell and Agora's Bells. I'm here on Mondays with No Initiative for Wildmount, Daring and Divine with the lovely Megan. And Tuesday, we have our monthly game Elsewhere, which is, I believe, going to be premiering with our new system by our very own @Bluebird Draws, Lucy. She's our GM for Elsewhere and has designed a whole new system for the game that we're going to be testing out with our first game. So I'm really excited for that this coming Tuesday. So during this time spot next week, come back for that. I think that's all that I've got going on right now. So I'll just pass it on over to Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. You probably know me as Mr. Honestly, after that, I really shouldn't be telling, like, here's where you can find me on Twitter. You can follow me at Mr. Puddins. I swear to God, I'm not actually Zap Brannigan. I was playing a character. And honestly, that's one of my favorite parts, is sometimes it's actually kind of fun to play a real, like, as long as you're in the right environment, to play a real shitbird, because it's really fun to watch them get their own comeuppance. And also kind of like, make your own little commentary about like shit. Kind of like I really enjoyed I've never faced any sort of responsibility or accountability. After all, I am a white man. But honestly, my favorite part was the end where Burr's just like, I ate a dude. You can usually catch me here on Wednesdays. I'm either playing in Agora's Bells as a stoner cleric. Oh God, all my characters are disasters. Or you can catch me on Wednesdays DMing Steam Spell, which is which tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST, we have the epilogue of Season 1. So we'll be wrapping up some story stuff and kind of introducing stuff for Season 2. So it's definitely, it's going to be rough if you haven't seen it before, but definitely a decent time to jump in as we're kind of starting to explore new plots and stuff.
All roleplay session.
Yeah, it's going to be like this, 100% roleplay, but 100% less problematic.
I also forgot to say what my favorite thing was.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
It
And Sam
was-
needs to say their favorite thing too.
Oh yeah. My favorite thing was when Keith just abandoned the bombardier.
It's the moment we live for. Sam, what was
It
your
was so
favorite thing?
funny.
Keith is our hero.
We stand Keith.
Here
and in all
stand
games.
Yeah,
Keith,
in
always.
this house we stand Keith.
Honestly, I think that might be my favorite part. Is just getting to see Chris play Keith in like a different game, like no bars hold, like just 100% pure Keith, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the really special part of this game is I know I'm getting a little corny here, but like we're all really close friends, so it's like we have that bit where we can like kind of do that buy-in. Like I can be Zap Brannigan, and I know like everyone trusts me enough. Like, okay, Alex isn't gonna actually be Zap Brannigan after the game, and like, I'm aware. I know everyone well enough where it's like, okay, I know like where to set that line, where am I being Zap Brannigan, and where's it just being straight up creepy. It's really fun to
kind of let go with your friends like that. It's something that I don't really get to do all the time, so I really enjoyed that. So thank you again, Megan. Also Thursday,
Yeah.
check out Perilous Sun because it's gonna be cool. That's all I got.
Chris, what's up?
Hi, I'm Chris. I am also an admin here. It's pretty surprising news at this point.
What?
Another one?
How many of you are there?
There's at least 5 that we know. My favorite part of the evening was just getting to. We haven't really ever sat down and played all 5 admins, and that was a lot of fun. And so thank you for putting that together, Megan. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you wanna see more disasters and more Keith, you can check out Agora's Bells every other Wednesday. That's the game that I DM, and they are pretty much disasters as well. And Keith, instead of being a large human man, is a large Loxodon man. So that's pretty much the only difference, and he's a little less aged, I guess. But anyways, that's me. So thank you again, Megan. Thank you, everybody.
You are so welcome. And yes, hi, I'm Megan. This is my show. Join me every month when I get a new group of wonderful people and facilitate GMless games because I absolutely love GMless games and will shout about them until the inevitable heat death of the universe. You can find me most places on the internet at MeganLynnFTW. Obviously, this is my game that I wrote. You can find other games that I wrote at meganlynnftw.itch.io if you use the link in the chat. So if you use the link in the chat, you can get this game for 50% off if you are interested in checking it out. There are also community copies as well. If you cannot afford one, you can go ahead and grab a free copy on the One Particular Harbor page. Let's see, you can find me here on Mondays with the lovely Sam, playing in our Wildmount campaign where I play an adorable warlock with a giant inferiority complex. And you can find me, let's see, looking at my calendar. So as tomorrow is July, if you believe it, July's episode of Unprepared is going to be on the 21st. We are going to be playing Keepers of the Cards, which is a Sword Queen game. It's a For the Queen hack based on the show Card Captors, about a bunch of magical girls trying to recapture magical creatures. Sam is going to be playing in it, as well as 2 of our other wonderful friends, Aris and Jess, and it should be an absolutely magical time. And I think that's it. You might see me popping around sometime this month to shout about some GMless games, but we'll see. Otherwise, just find me on Twitter and listen to me yell about things. This has been. I didn't have expectations for this.
I'm glad
this
you
somehow
didn't.
exceeded while murdering expectations. So this was wonderful. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you
and
for hosting
playing.
this for us.
Seriously, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
Because like you said, you go into this game super unaware of what to expect. And we just played an episode of Futurama, seriously.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was Leela, everyone.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you, Chromatic Chimera, for letting me do this show where I get to showcase games with different people and just have a ton of fun. Thank you, everybody, for chat, for hanging out with us. And until next time, just stay unprepared.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bye tomorrow.
Don't need anybody.
Yeah.
Don't
We'll be
need
back
to.
tomorrow.